Brian Ortega fight. Who's your dog in this one?
Oh, Clay Guida all the way. It's my boy. I met Clay in Sao Paulo, and been cool ever since.
Well, you've been training over like at Power MMA right now. So how's that change been treating you? Because I know you started out with like Miles Jury and working there, and then
Yeah.
how's that move been?
It's been great. You know, the coaches there, the head coach Aaron Simpson, Jason Kamen, strength and conditioning, Chaz Turner, striking coach. Everybody is really, evolving my game, and it's good, man. It's a great team, and yeah, I'm happy.
Was it the last fight against Jake Matthews that maybe prompted that move, or was it just that you felt you needed a
No,
change?
I just felt like Alliance didn't exactly have the training I was looking for, so that you know caused a lot of us to reach out, and we ended up finding Power to stay together, and then yeah, that's how we found him.
And so that was at the time when Dominic was not in the gym as much, so that kind of prompted that.
Yeah, no, I was just everybody had their own reasons, and the main thing that made Alliance the best for us was that we were all there together, and it was just a couple personal things in life, and we decided that that wasn't where we needed to be, so we all decided to stick together, and then that's how we found Power.
What's the vibe been? I know the gym's been kind of on a losing streak lately, so.
You guys are playing them on me, dude. Come on, let me compose myself. All right, so yeah. I mean, I feel like Power's down, but it's not for lack of training or lack of effort. It's just that's the brutal sport that we're in, and our luck's down now, but I think we're on our way back to the top.
What did you make of your last fight? I know you were frustrated after it didn't go your way. So, when you looked back and watched it, what did you make of it in your own performance?
Yeah, I mean, I felt like that was a great fight. Jake's a tough kid. I lost the fight on my performance, and that's always the toughest thing to do. But, it had been 5 years since I experienced a loss, so I forgot how much a loss rejuvenates you and refocuses you, and really just sets the tempo to come back that much better.
But did you get the feeling, because everybody said it, myself included, were like, look, even in defeat, this guy just won so many more new fans, and you really started to even build your name even more. Did you get any satisfaction out of hearing those kind of comments after the fight?
No, not at all. Losing sucks. Losing sucks. All right, that's the bottom line. But I'm a great competitor, and I thrive on going out there and doing my best. I did. I made a mistake, a technical error, not anything I did outside of the fight. I went in there prepared. I gave it my best. Jake gave me his best, and on that night, Jake came out the winner. So, yeah, I mean, it sucks losing, but there's no shame in defeat if you do your best.
How did it feel? How did it feel in the cage at the moment? Because did you know you were in just a great fight?
No, not at all, man. I wasn't even thinking about outside the box. I was in the fight, so you're really only concentrated on your next step, your next move, and how you're gonna finish the fight. So, no, I didn't know. I actually thought I was losing on the scoring cards because he caught me a couple good times in the first round, and I thought maybe the first round could have gone his way. Now that in hindsight that I watched the fight, I realized that wasn't the case at all. But you don't really know what's going on in there unless unless it's pretty black and white.
So you have rewatched the fight though.
Oh yeah, of course I've rewatched the fight. Yep, absolutely. I mean, I went back and I saw a lot of errors on my part, and I think that a lot of that just comes down to my standards. Like I said, you on a 5-year win streak, you start thinking, what you're doing is good enough, and in hindsight, you look back and you kind of realize that your standards weren't maybe as high as they should have been to be world champion. So, losing sucks, but like I said, it's good to look back and understand you're going to grow.
So what kind of changes do you think you'll make the next time that you do walk into the octagon? How different will you be?
Let me answer this question. I'm really going to pay attention to the details, the fine mechanics of the sport of mixed martial arts. Starting from ground one, stance, boxing, all the different minute details of the disciplines that you kind of overlook or you tend to, just not pay attention to or be aware of.
You've kind of had an exciting week. You went out to the Rams OTAs. What was that like for you?
That was pretty cool. Those guys are some big individuals. That really puts it in perspective. you know, we're the best fighters in the world, but when you're a human being that size, you don't really need to know how to fight, because people could be swinging at you with an axe and you're not even gonna move. So those guys are big guys, and yeah, all the props in the world to
Where
what they
did you
do.
go? Where was this?
The LA
The LA
Rams.
Rams.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah, the football team, the NFL team. Yeah, it was pretty cool to see those guys, you know, be that big and that athletic and that fast, and it's crazy sport.
Were any of them fight fans?
Yeah, I think a couple of them were, but we were kind of in a rush that day, and we were rolling out right when they were kind of wrapping up practice, so we didn't really get a one-on-one with them as much as we would like.
I will say this, over at Fox Sports, you know, we get all kinds of athletes in there, and the big football players are the ones always giving props to the fighter, because you guys are out there and doing it all by yourself. So just so you know, the flip side of it is that they appreciate what you guys are doing too.
Yeah, football's an awesome sport. I'm a big fan of football, but I'd stick to I think fighting's safer. There's a lot more level of control than there is in the NFL. That's just a big car wreck every single play.
You also posted on social media, sorry to change the tone a little bit, about the passing of Muhammad Ali. So I wanted to know, like, how much of an inspiration was he in your career?
Muhammad Ali's, I've looked up Muhammad Ali since I was a little kid, you know. That's the style I try to emulate. That's when I think of what it means to be a perfect fighter. Now that's kind of out of the question. You can't really be a perfect fighter, but you can have an understanding of what perfect is, and I feel like that was Muhammad Ali, and that will always be the goal I strive to be, is be a champion like Muhammad Ali.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.